it is not the intention of this administration to interfere unduly with the autonomy of local government councils. However, the experiences of the recent past have made it imperative for both the states and federal governments to closely watch and monitor the activities of the local governments. The federal government will therefore continue to guide the local governments and ensure that they discharge their duties to their communities unfailingly. As you are already aware, government has recently issued comprehensive operational guidelines for the guidance of local government caretaker committees. This is to ensure good governance as well as financial government system, financial prudence, accountability in the operation of the local government system. The guidelines have become imperative as the caretaker committees under the new dispensation will serve simultaneously as both the executive and legislative arms of local governments. I hasten to say that these guidelines are provisional and will terminate at the end of the present administration. However, I must emphasize that your accountability as chairman and members of the caretaker committees, both individually and collectively, shall not cease in the expiration of your tenure, as you may be called upon at any time, even after leaving office, to account for your tenure. Government will ensure a close supervision and monitoring of your activities and will not hesitate to remove anyone found wanting or prosecute any cases of embezzlement and or abuse of office. It is therefore my fervent hope that you will demonstrate transparent honesty and exemplary leadership for which you and the administration will be proud of. As part of our determination to make local governments reasonably self-sustaining and further strengthen their capacity for effective service delivery, the federal government has decided to get positively involved in the funding of primary education so as to lessen the financial burden on local governments. Expressed in certain quarters regarding the appointment of some of the members of the local government caretaker committees, I wish to assure all Nigerians that the action taken by government in this regard was in absolute good faith and with the best of intention. All the same, government will look into all genuine complaints, provided they are routed through the appropriate channels for redress. It must be realized, however, that in an exercise of this nature, it is quite difficult to please everybody. I therefore appeal to all those who may feel aggrieved to show understanding and resist the temptation to take the law into their hands or engage the government in press battle. If there is any genuine complaints and is redressed through the proper channel, it will be looked into. Finally, I wish to congratulate the organizers of this workshop for their thoughtfulness, particularly the Ministry of State and Local Government Affairs. Going through the course contents, I note with delight the topics slated for discussion at this workshop and the high caliber of the resource persons lined up to handle the topics. I therefore believe that the time spent here will be stimulating and very rewarding. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I now have the honor to declare open the orientation workshop for the chairmen and members of the local government caretaker committees. I wish you all fruitful and very rewarding deliberations. I thank you all for listening.
This is the government at hand. he cannot take out of it. That's why we can organize.
Like inauguration, skidded off the road into a ditch, and on the spot at that time, 6 of them were dead, and they were all conveyed to the hospital. Right now, we cannot say precisely the number of people who are dead, but information trickling in, and the situation is terribly bad. None of them was conscious by the time they were all taken to the hospital. This morning I dispatched the team, the medical team, and some officers to go to Ife, because the accident happened at Gogo. Yes, and they were all rushed to OAU Teaching Hospital, where some of them were treated, and the corpses were put in the morgue. So right now, I've dispatched the team to Ife to confirm the number of dead and bring the corpses back and see what we can do for those ones who are critically ill in the hospital. That's the situation now. Unfortunately, the air officer commanding, he called in yesterday. We've already called him to tell him we are expecting him back today. And my headquarters have been informed. So all we are doing is now waiting for the corpses to arrive. Then we'll start making arrangements for interment. This is the unfortunate incident that I met. And I'm overwhelmed seeing you on, because I told you yes, I might come with you, because I want to wait. Yes, I want to wait for the AOC to come. It's been away for about a week, only for me to get it. So I practically as a phone. I didn't even know all the numbers have been changed to the I thought it was okay. So somebody called me from Ministry of Agri. I said, please go and tell the ADC to call me, because I've been trying to get it, so that I can tell you that I may not attend the ESCO meeting today because of the sad event that's taking place. So on behalf of my EOC, who is not here, I thank you very much for paying us this condolence visit, and just pray things like this. And of course we'll see. But just yesterday afternoon we went to visit Prince Olusi. Didn't know that I'll be in a worse situation today. Just pray that the story of the death will repose in perfect peace. Thank you all once more for coming. Okay. I will convey this to the AOC.
Well, like I don't know what is so. We were in ESCO and IDC dropping the note to inform me about the incident, and I said, what? In fact, I didn't tell the rest members of the council until we were through with that member. And I said, well, maybe I'm not in good frame of mind to continue because of these sadness I've had. It's a sad thing that I'm looking at the list. You find that these are young service personnel just at the beginning of their career. And, I just want to convey on behalf of myself, the state executive, and the entire people of Lagos State a sincere condolence on this sad incident. Well, there's nothing anyone can do for now, and I want you to convey the condolence to the families of the deceased. Our only prayer is that may the Almighty grant their soul eternal rest. I'm really sorry about it.
Okay. We have a necro woman there. We're almost in Lagos.
Yes, Tanzania.
I understand this.
Okay.
So that is why we. Okay, I'll just paraphrase what is here.
I think can be agenda.
It cannot be agenda. It cannot be. Because even now, people are the content who are not the arrangement we are doing, they are going to come in. We'll put some of them in our mortuary and we'll take the other ones to quick. So they will, from tomorrow they start doing the environment before we start doing them. Or when we confirm that we can start doing them. Because some of the patients have been coming to find out what is happening. But we don't go there until we get found the number of people involved. Because I believe that if we are doing it, we want to. My dear friend.
So please put your hands together. The distinguished chairman of this occasion. Please put your hands together for another. Know that it's a woman they want to introduce. But the chairperson is also functioning in the capacity of the chairman, and she's doing it so indefatigably well. She is a woman who does not look her age at all. To request the Honorable Commissioner for Health in Lagos State and also chairman of this occasion to kindly give us his opening address. Mr. Chairman.
Your Excellency, Military Administrator of Lagos State, Honorable Alakunsi Ndala, President and members of the National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwifes, Local Government Caretaker Committee, is the chairman at this memorable occasion of the celebration of the International Nurses Week, which is being held. Try hard to always maintain the noble ideals of dedication, devotion to duty, selfless and kind service, especially to the sick and the infirm, as laid down and practiced by especially the younger members of your profession, to have more humanitarian approach to your clients. The government, on its own part, is always ready to reciprocate the nursing profession's contribution to the state's health delivery system. Government will therefore continue to promote the welfare, staff development, and the training of nurses in its employment, and continue to provide a satisfying career structure for nurses in the service. In fulfillment of its promise, the government has recently approved and paid to nurses such allowances as inducement, call, duty, and hazard, whilst your other demands are being looked into. Creative medicines. The standard of health program will be raised to an enviable level so as to ensure better health for all the citizens of the state before the year 2000. I note that the week-long activities include sexual deliberation. I thank you once again for inviting me.
Thank you very much.
The military administrator, health management board, the ADNS, chairman, caretaker committee, Lagos Island local government, members of the Lagos Island caretaker committee, professional colleagues, gentlemen, which started on Sunday with a Thanksgiving service at All Saints Church, Yaba. We are particularly delighted to have the military administrator of Lagos State in our midst. We appreciate this gesture. Thank you. This is the first governor of the state that will attend our outfit. That is the noble lady with the lamp, Miss Florence Nightingale, who, despite her noble birth and strict opposition from members of her family, pioneered modern nursing services. We cannot but mention the mother Florence Nightingale in our midst, who, despite many odds meditating against them, continues to keep the lamp burning. We salute you all. Secondly, to highlight those factors militating against nurses in the performance of their duties, I would like to publicly commend the efforts of the Lagos State government in ensuring industrial peace and giving the welfare of its workers a paramount place in its objectives. We therefore plead that the enabling circular on the new salary structure be issued without further delay to adopt the verdict of Industrial Arbitration Panel. For nursing to be effectively practiced, 3 factors must be put in place. These factors are double-edged swords. Availability in the sense that practitioners must be available. Nurses work under very severe tension due to shortage of personnel. It is either the required number is not employed or they are not where they should be at the right time, thus hindering the care and attention given to our clients. On many occasions, the nurses have had to personally provide some required materials in order for them to perform their duties. Attentiveness. We are all aware of the slogan which says, "A healthy nation is a wealthy nation." Therefore, more attention should be paid to the healthcare industry.
The Chairman Caretaker Committee of Lagos Island, the MC, mentioned that the military administrator is a product of the nurse. I know too well that it was just trying to keep alive the gathering, but unknowingly to him and to this body, I am truly a product. I want to take a minute to let you into a part of my beginning which maybe has not been made known officially. To those who are close to me or who know my family background, they will have known that
The boy called Olazusoyoinlola became an orphan at age 9. And whatever it is today, whatever I am today, I owe it to a nurse. Because I was fortunate enough to have a senior sister who happened to be a nurse. And he saw me through my education, and I think she's responsible by the grace of God for whatever I am. So, I feel highly honored by the invitation extended to me by your association. Going by the theme of your symposium for the week-long celebration, which is leadership in nursing, I would like to start my address by stating that leadership has been either to sing and practice as ruling, wielding power, using power, and consolidating power. In fact, in everyday life activities, leadership traits are demonstrated in our various interactions. Leadership in nursing, however, should and may not be seen from this perspective only, but mainly as involving the principle of servant leadership. If there is any profession or class in which this is needed, it is in the nursing profession, where your leadership should be involved and practiced through service. If I may explain further, servant leadership requires a heart of service, a heart of skill, an alerted eye, a foot of smartness, a sympathy and empathy of passion, a manner of discipline, and a gladdened disposition. Each and more of the above precepts were conspicuously displayed by our honored Florence Nightingale when she began nursing in her little way. Nursing was the duty of the heart and not a compulsion of the pocket. And therefore, advocating a servant leadership approach, the pursuit of enviable and lofty position for nursing in this country. I therefore consider nurses not just as leaders finding their footings within an over-dominated space, but as servant leaders whose position is neither being competed or disputed. Very few professions have similar scope of operation like nursing. The service of a nurse is desirable as soon as the decision to conceive is taken and span through to the disposition of this aged being in the grave. This means that one could have enough for a fetus or embryo to birth, crawling, adolescence, maturity, old age, and in profession in or out of service. It is always a privilege and a demonstration of the mercy of God to have a nurse around you always, just as I have. Nursing history has vindicated the fact that every year of service of the profession pushes it further on the scale of progress. Traditionally, a nurse should be in attendance always. With the advancements in the society generally, nursing profession has also become advanced. The specialization in nursing is now a force to be reckoned with, and we now have a much more scientific approach to various nursing delineations. Their activities not only assist in curative processes, but also in preventive mechanisms. One is therefore optimistic that further development in nursing will continue to affirm and consolidate its expected servant leadership roles in the society. You will no doubt agree with me that the Lagos State government has demonstrated a pretty high degree of respect, sanctity, dignity, and appreciation for the nursing profession in this state. We have not shared our responsibilities to the nursing profession in spite of our enormous commitments to other professions. In fact, there have been cases where the laudable steps of the state towards enhancing the government-nursing relationship have been emulated by other states. We hope to further set the pace in taking steps to improve the status of nursing in this state. However, I must not shy from the responsibility of stressing that the nursing profession and the National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives in particular should evolve more strategies that are acceptable to the modern society in driving home its desired objectives vis-a-vis its demand on government. As we seek to reinstate and consolidate the leadership role of nursing in the state, efforts should be geared towards avoiding undue strikes, illegal lockouts, and so on, which often culminated in wastages of precious human lives, to which you as nurses are unequivocally sworn to protect and preserve as much as it is within your capability. If any group should be cautious of strikes for the sake of life, it is the nursing and other health professionals. The profession should be fair, considerate, and objective in its demand on government. The efforts of government, as you all know, is geared towards improving the standard of living of its citizens, and the nursing profession should further these noble objectives and not work against it through selfish and avaricious pursuits. Support the nurses secure the best conditions of service for itself after all other professionals were dead. Of what use and joy will the achievement be? Since we all live in a related society, every other man is related to a nurse, be it near or distant relationship. It is logical, therefore, to conclude that every dying person during your strike action is a relative to a comrade nurse somewhere. Remember also that every protest you launch, every work to rule you practice, is a bad omen to other professionals, indicating your support for destruction of essential services as yours. In conclusion, I wish to say that the power of leaders is not necessarily to their ability to modulate coercive forces at their disposal, but particularly to determine the course of events and influence the thoughts and action of men. Thus, it behoves me to plead with you as leaders, and more particularly servant leaders, to give appropriate weight to the steps you take and action you perform vis-a-vis your profession and irreplaceable human life. I wish you all very successful deliberations. Thank you and God bless.
You can see that
the entire members of the National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives, Lagos State Branch, acknowledge with profound gratitude the contribution of His Excellency Colonel Olagunsoye Oyinlola, Military Administrator for Lagos State.